Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today we are reacting to season 3 episode 8 of the Ricky Gervais show, and this one is called Medicine. Now the last two episodes, episode 7 and episode 6, have been incredible. Absolutely incredible. This season has been so strong, and it's the last season, so the way I'm thinking this is going to carry on, and these last 5 episodes are going to be absolutely incredible. There's only 5 episodes left, and it does sadden me to say that because this has been such a good series and I've been enjoying it as well as I hope you guys have. So yeah guys, I can't wait to get into this one. And if you guys do enjoy the Ricky Gervais show, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into the reaction. And here we go guys. HBO Entertainment. It's gonna be sad when it gets to the last episode, but you know, let's enjoy it while we can. Season 3, Episode 8, Medicine.
For the past few years, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington have been meeting regularly for a series of pointless conversations. This
and they always are pointless.
Is that alright?
Although I had a nice debate
Hello
with a couple of
and
people
welcome to
last
the Ricky
time
Gervais show
about the death
with me, Ricky
penalty.
Gervais, Stephen Merchant.
Hello.
And
Hello.
the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
Alright.
You're right, mate. I'm never going to get bored of that. They're just leaning in like, here we go. Oh.
I think it's probably best, Rick, if we return to the very beginning of time, the dawn of man, because of course, even in primitive, prehistoric ages, medicine was practiced in some ways from the research people have done, cave paintings and the like. Carl, I wonder if you would just give us your initial thoughts on, you know, the medicine of the ancient world.
You've not. You sound like you haven't studied it, or you're being.
You're being modest.
You're being modest.
Never really thought about it. I know that Tutankhamun,
Tutankhamun.
he died of like having a knee injury, so they didn't have that much medicine knocking about back then.
Right, where do you get this information from? It sounds vague.
He came off a chariot. They're dangerous things.
He came off a chariot.
Honestly, you're gonna make yourself look daft here because that's what happened.
Okay.
Imagine that in a room with Carl Pilkington, we make ourselves look down. How would we have to? That would be incredible.
To be honest
Shall we
though,
move on to
Carl
the
does
ancient
know a
world in
lot
terms
more
of
than you
Egyptians,
two
the
think.
Greeks, the Romans, of course, because they made huge advances, particularly the Romans, who understood, of course, the importance of sanitation. You know, famously, their streets were clean.
Yeah. Don't you think that if we hadn't have cleaned up as much, that I don't know, we'd be stronger?
What?
No.
Well, I know what you mean. Yeah, they say
feed
let
the
your kids
baby,
eat
eat
dirt.
blood and
Yeah,
all
of
that.
course. Well, that's exactly what immunisation is, giving you a bit
Yeah, but
of
it's
the
gone
disease.
mental now. Whenever a baby's born, he's drugged out of his eyeballs. It's only about a week old. They're giving all sorts of shots.
Like what?
Loads of stuff for whooping cough.
Yeah, you don't want whooping
sugar
cough.
lumps.
Tutankhamun could have died of whooping cough.
No, but did you give it loads of stuff? And now it's like, I don't know, it's making us weak.
There's this big thing, you know, like the superbug, where people took half the course of antibiotics. It was almost like an immunisation to the bacteria and virus against the antibiotics.
That's what I mean.
So yeah, we need some germs, as you'd call them. But
Yeah,
there are
we
some
do.
that we have eradicated. I mean, I think it was.
But on
in
the
our
other hand,
lifetime
humans
that
are
they
living
eradicated
longer than they ever
smallpox
have.
from the world.
So that's
There
its
are
ups and
rumours, of
downs.
course, that both Russia and America still have the smallpox virus under lock and key, which they could theoretically breed and use in a chemical warfare situation.
Well, there was a bit of a scandal a few years ago, I think. 10
Very
years ago,
relevant,
where
guys. Very relevant.
in a university laboratory, someone came across a marked yogurt pot in deep freeze that had smallpox in it.
When you say it was marked, was it like someone's put their name on it because they don't want someone to smallpox
No,
yogurt?
I think they looked into it, and it was the deep frozen smallpox virus. What I mean is, it's under lock and key or frozen at minus
Well, that's not
200
good
degrees
enough, is
centigrade.
it?
Why?
On the lock and key and all that. It's not good enough. Get rid of it. Why are they keeping a little tub of smallpox knocking about?
Well, are they not? Are they not meant to be?
Well,
What
that's a
was he
lesson.
doing there in the first place? To me, that's like in James Bond, where they don't kill him when they have the chance. He's always that little thing of, let's play with danger. Let's keep a bit.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Pop it
probably
next to AIDS in the Kiora bottle. I don't understand why you'd store that.
Well, there's probably a presumption, probably overhang from the Cold War, where people were thinking, well, listen, what if Russia's still got some smallpox? We better hang on to some
And that's the whole
smallpox.
thing. Like,
It's
if
just
they've still got
whatsoever
this,
as well,
we've
isn't
got
it?
to
They're
have this.
obsessed with keeping stuff.
And that's the
it's
whole
same with
nuclear
germs.
warfare,
we can't
isn't
even
it?
say, get rid of that. We won't be needing it. Smallpox. We'll keep it just in case. Get rid of it. We've got this obsession thing again. It's saving everything.
You say that, but of course, famously Alexander Fleming discovered what may be the most important breakthrough of the 20th century, which was the first antibiotic, I think, in 1928. And he discovered that because he left a bit of old bread out for a while and it went all mouldy in his kitchen. And he thought, oh, what's that? Oh, let's have a look.
Like I've said to you before, it's down to him being scruffy more than anything.
Well, not,
It just seems like there's a lot of scruffy kitchens around.
But think if his cleaner had come in and gone, oh, Mr. Fleming, you disgust me, you fucking filthy sweet. I'm going to throw all this bread away. He's going to go, Maud, what'd you do with that old bread I left out? It'd gone green, sir, so I chucked it away. Oh, Maud, you dopey fucking slut. You just caused millions and millions of people to die. Keep out of my fucking kitchen.
I know, but don't put it there. It's the same way smallpox in a yogurt pot. It's in a yogurt pot.
Wow.
You're asking
Yeah,
for
in
trouble.
theory, it should have been
But why
kept in a
Maud had
much
come in and
more.
thrown that away? Again.
He couldn't shout at her. She's doing a job. I'd be
Yeah.
annoyed if it was still there.
Yeah.
You just don't put like yogurt pots with smallpox in the fridge.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
but
a starter.
Yeah, but you were saying earlier, let's let babies eat mud, don't inject them.
Yeah, but
Let them crawl around a dirty floor, clean up the floor and know when to
I
die.
did say that, but we've gone too far now. Babies are coming out mad. They can't handle anything now. Oh, he's got a runny nose. They're coming out all mardy.
All
Get ill.
mardy?
Yeah, they get ill easy. Because they're not tough babies anymore. We're ending up
Well,
with a load of weak people
it
who
benefits
need looking after all the time. That
the
costs
pharmaceutical companies to have
And they can't
people
do
taking
anything,
medicine all the
useless.
time.
Now that doesn't happen in other
It's-
nature.
It does let people
little
live longer, but
Bird is born. You see Bill Oddie saying that won't last. He says that won't last a week, and he's right. You watch it and say, oh, that third baby that came out, it died, and
But
he
what's
was
your
right.
point, Carl? That modern
My
medicine,
point-
which can help people live to the age of 75, 80, that it shouldn't be doing that? It should
just-
let people just die off?
Well, here's something, right? The
Go on.
estate that I grew up on, there's a woman there,
Yeah.
Scruffy Sandra.
what a name. The amount of characters on Carl's estate,
Now-
incredible.
No chance, even if she cleaned up her act, she'd come in looking like Pretty Woman. She'd go, "Hi, Scruffy."
No,
What's
so,
the point? What is the point?
so
Fucking
the
hell.
thing is, she used to always get on these buses called dialer rides that were sort of like posh taxis. You could call for one, it'd come round to your house,
Yeah.
and it would pick you up and you'd pay like 50p. But
But it
you
would
were
pick
away.
up a bunch of other people as well.
Yeah, on the way. So it would take ages
Oh,
to
what
get
a
to where
nightmare
you're
that
going.
is.
No, it's good though. It's kind of a bit of a day out. Old people used to love it because you'd
Right.
get to see things.
Right.
And you'd hear a call coming in on the radio that Scruffy Sandra's being picked up. And she'd always have loads of bin bags with her for some reason.
Oh,
Now the thing is,
Well, she sounds clean.
she stunk.
Well, she's taken out the
Was
bin
she
bag, though.
homeless?
No, she wasn't homeless. No, she used to just she just didn't bath and that. She just stunk. But the weird thing is,
Why do they call her Stinky Sandra?
but it's too bad
never
for the flies, you know,
was
it's
ill.
gone too far.
Right.
people didn't sit next to her
Yeah.
because she stunk.
Yeah.
Now, because of that, anyone who might have had a bit of flu or a cold never sat next to Scruffy Sandra
Right.
because she stunk. But that was good. That was like a protection thing for her because she knew that because she stunk, no one wants to sit next to her. She wouldn't
Okay,
pick up
I do get that,
the
but
germs.
if you're carrying around a load of bin
But this is
bags,
quite.
that should be
in
infectious in
order to
itself.
fend off illness, you have to not bathe, and so you stink.
So you're saying that it wasn't that she'd built up an immunity, it was that she stank so much that flu wouldn't come near her.
This
Be
is
a lot
such
of
a
you.
specific example. It's not applicable in any other scenario.
There's always colds, there's always flu. It's whether your immunity is good or bad. That's interesting, isn't it, that more sort of colds are spread through shaking hands than people, just taking in the air. That's why some sort of germaphobes don't even shake hands anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's going too far because they're going to die of something. You can't be that paranoid. You've got to get on with your life.
Loneliness.
And it's good to feel ill because when you feel better, you appreciate how good
Doesn't
you
make
feel.
any sense at all.
No,
It's good to feel ill. Doesn't make any sense at all.
No, it does afterwards. The other weekend when I was ill, I don't know what was up with me, but I got something.
Symptoms?
went to the toilet a lot, felt sick at the same time, got a
Yeah.
sweat on, felt weak, had the shakes.
Oh, sounds like a
lasted
fever.
Probably about 24 hours. After that 24 hours, you go, oh, I feel good again. It's
Yeah.
nice to feel good again. And it makes
No,
you
I do get
appreciate
that.
how good you feel.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes I don't know if I feel well.
It doesn't make any sense at all either. What do you mean? Sometimes you don't know whether you feel well.
Because I've been in my body for years.
Here he goes again.
Go on, yeah.
No, I do
Two
get what he
lines.
means.
If there was some sort of kit that the doctor said, how are you feeling, Mr. Pilkington? And I go, oh, I think I feel all right. And they go, well, do you? I don't know. And they go, well, step into the machine. Right? Get into the machine, and if he could somehow transfer my feeling into his body,
Yeah.
so I could feel how he feels, and then he can feel how I feel, and he'll go, oh, you're not well at all. Your heartbeat's irregular for a start.
You're a maniac.
This is.
No, I do get what he
Well,
means.
you just accept that if you feel well, you know.
Because you don't know if you
Hang
feel
on, let's
well.
get this machine built. Sorry, why are people bothering studying AIDS? We got to get this machine built.
Listen, this machine could do a lot of good if they could do it.
Why?
Because some people, you hear about people who go, oh, I think I've got a bit of wind. Before you know it, they drop down dead. Right? Because they didn't know. They just, well, didn't Mr. Jones have a sweat on, Mrs. Jones, before? Oh, yeah, he did, but he always had a sweat on. Well, didn't it bother him? No, he was used to it. Happened for years. Why didn't you come in? Oh,
So,
he
and
felt
what would
all
the
right.
Because he got used to it.
The
Yeah.
machine would make my doctor feel like me.
So
because there's too
Mr.
many ill
Jones went to the
people.
doctor and said, "Oh, I've got a sweat on." Right.
Right, so he'd go, well, I'll tell you what, get in the machine. So Mr. Jones gets in the machine.
Yeah.
The doctor hits the button.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones gets into the doctor. The doctor goes, you have got a sweat on. I'm familiar with this because I had a fella in the other day with a similar thing. Take 3 of these.
Yeah.
You are a mental case.
No, it's a good idea.
Because
But why can't
what-
the
what
doctor
is this-
make that observation like a doctor?
Yeah.
Because-
why can't the doctor, using his knowledge, observe the person?
Because symptoms are like.
Scene from Ghost. This is like Patrick Swayze.
listen, when my nerves were short,
Are they not short already? Have they extended since then?
well, I just have to do stretches and it's pull them about.
Right.
But when I had that, I'm not very good with words.
Go on.
So when I was going in saying, doctor, my knee's aching, and he'd go, what sort of ache is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just an ache. And if-
Exactly. Some people find it
It's
hard
different.
to
Go on.
describe
Different
exact
ache. Now,
symptoms.
the thing
Arse ache.
is,
It's like an arse ache.
it's hard to explain an ache.
So he'd
Yeah.
have to feel the ache, and then he could make an assumption from it.
Thank you.
So he would presumably go through training, going in the machine, and they'd bring in various sick people, and he would experience and feel every single ailment.
No, because the more he does it,
Doctor,
the
I'll
more
let you know now
the machine
what
can
the
pick
sweating
up what it
of
is.
feels like, just in case
I
you
think
ever
it's a good
recognize
idea.
that. Oh, you I can't remember that one.
Yeah, but
Doctor, now you're going to feel a spike up the arse.
it's all.
Oh.
It's,
I can't remember that one. Okay.
No,
Doctor.
couldn't I just wait until the man comes in with a spike up your arse?
No, you got to do it so you know
I
what you
reckon I
feel
could
it.
assess it if he's coming, he's got a spike up his arse. I'd
You've
be
got
able
to
to tell.
experience everything before someone comes in.
I mean, some things like that you can tell if it's physically
Let's not
visible.
dismiss this idea out of hand, of course, because you'll famously remember, Rick, that Carl had the idea of a man who can grow backwards. So he's born as an old man, and when he dies, he's a young baby.
and with all ideas come something. Einstein said that. He said if an idea isn't.
Go on. Wait.
Wait,
Just
what
let
did
him finish.
Einstein say?
We've got an Einstein quote here.
Yeah.
This is a historic day. Carl, sorry, what were you saying? What did Albert Einstein say?
He just said something along the lines of.
No. Give us the
Come on,
quote.
do
Give us
it.
the
No,
quote.
It doesn't matter about how he worded it. It's the point in hand.
Well, I think it is. I think a quote. I think like all, any sort of poetic content of anything is exactly how it's worded. So just what did Einstein
It's
say
not,
exactly?
it's not.
No, it is. Yeah.
Well, he said something along the lines of.
Go on.
An idea. If an idea isn't daft.
Oh, start again.
No, come on, let's hear it.
No, because he started. He
He said if an idea isn't daft, it isn't worth thinking about.
What? Say it again.
If an idea isn't daft, it isn't worth thinking about.
I can't imagine him saying
No, I
daft.
can't.
No, well, it was something like that though, meaning that every new idea seems a bit mental,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
it's a good
But
point.
then it leads to something.
Well,
I'm not sure that he.
Not
I think
everyone,
if we were sat with
but-
Einstein now, and you'd brought up the machine that allows doctors to feel. I don't think he'd be saying we should
No.
pursue that idea.
There's some ideas that go that I think the Earth might be round. People go, oh, it is flat. And then there's people who stand in doorways covered in crucifixes with tinfoil on their head, saying Jesus is in my cock.
Yeah. But
Well, to be
these
completely
inventions exist,
honest,
but what I'm saying
that's
is,
not
wouldn't you have said
too
it was mental
much more
years ago
crazy
when
than
you said,
thinking
"I'm
the
gonna
Earth's
make a
flat,
machine so I can
in
look
my
inside your
opinion.
head." Years on, hello, get in the machine. We've got an MRI scanner.
I think it's an alright idea.
You may obviously be aware, Carl, that the first contraceptive diaphragms, centuries ago, were citrus rinds. Half an orange rind, for instance, would be used.
I mean, more selfish men turned them inside out.
I believe that's also still being used in parts of Manchester.
For what?
An orange. Just think of your head.
And it worked.
Well, we don't know at this juncture.
I wouldn't have
I mean,
thought so.
maybe. I don't
It
know.
works for contraception because women went, fuck off, what are you going to do with the fucking orange on your cock for, you don't?
But it could. I mean, again, it's that thing in it of we look at it now and we laugh, but look at what's happening. People now are always trying to get us to eat more fruit.
What does that have to do with this?
I thought for a minute he was going to say, okay, so they start with, then they went from the orange rind to say a coconut shell.
Yeah.
That was too
Yeah.
big, that didn't work.
Run! Here
Yeah.
comes coconut Joe!
Half a pineapple on your cock. That's
No.
that's mental. And
Banana
then somewhere
skin,
down the line,
maybe.
We finally got to contraception as we understand it. Is that? I thought that's where you're going. But no, something about eating oranges is healthy for you.
What I'm saying is, if you go into any well-known supermarket and you look at, say, some young kid who's had a kid, and you look at stuff in their shopping basket, they're not buying fruit. They're buying, burgers and chips.
Turkey Twizzlers,
crisps and all that. Now, but they love having it away. Get some fruit in. So they definitely have fruit in the house, which at the moment, a lot of kids don't have fruit in their house. That's why they're eating turkey Twizzlers.
I'm really struggling to follow
Mum's
this.
having it away. So she would have loads of fruit in.
So if she
everyone's
was,
happy.
If
The
she was
kids are
using
eating
an
fruit.
orange for contraception, she would also be giving the kids.
Well, you wouldn't waste
so half
it.
the orange she'd give to the kids, and half the orange she'd stick up her penny.
Yeah, a treat for everyone.
I guess so. I guess
She's
so.
got what she wants. Whereas at the moment, what happens? A burger's not coming in helpful for anyone.
Fair point. Very fair point, Carl. The irony now.
Me tonight, pop a sesame seed bone on your cock. Take out the fucking pickle, no one likes the fucking pickle. Oh, he's a bloody romantic. He popped a plum roast sausage up my fanny yesterday.
Oh god. I'll tell you what, the ironic thing is now they sell
Man, in a sense, with all
condoms
the technology
which
we have,
are
complain
orange
God.
flavoured.
And this is something which is huge now. A lot of ethical discussions about things like stem cell research. Should we be interfering in what should be a godly terrain? You say no straight away. Straight away, no.
I think they're sort of like messing about now. I think that's the problem. We've got the tools and they like to use them. And that's what happens. I've got a sander for Christmas, and I can't wait to sand stuff. I can't even think of enough things that need sanding, but I want to use it. And
Not
that's the
Scruffy
same.
Sandra.
And that's the problem, innit? If you've got the tools, you can't have the tools and so pop them in the shed. Well, no, I don't want to use them. A new tool here.
Right, sand the shed down.
That's the problem, innit? All these, medical people. That's what happened in the Hulk, innit?
Yeah, well, again, I was just gonna say that is a work of fiction.
I love the animations on this, guys.
Fiction,
Comes
the future. So,
Certainly in science fiction.
but the problem is, this is what I say is the problem.
Go on, no, this is a.
Is it a quote from someone?
Let's sum it up there. Carl, shoot me.
People are living too long.
Oh mate, come on. You can't say that.
Sorry, yeah, sum it up. I want more
but
go. This is the real one.
It's, there is a bit of truth to it.
Like, today's cure is tomorrow's headache. It's all right.
That's all right.
Because what I'm saying there is,
Go on.
we can come up with stuff. We can come up with a tablet to get rid of headache. Tomorrow, your headache's gone. Your legs hurting.
So today's cure is actually tomorrow's leg ache. So today's cure is tomorrow's leg ache.
Yeah, but ages ago I said to you, don't solve problems.
Yeah.
Because a problem solved is a problem caused.
What a phrase, what a phrase.
I don't remember that quote.
Ricky's gone out. Oh,
Medicine
Carl, mate.
is the art or science of healing. And that doesn't always have to be a drug or a surgery. We mustn't just forget that some people don't need medicine, they just need help. For example, there are people that help disabled people have intercourse. There's someone that actually helps the man put in his penis to the woman's vagina. They leave the room. What?
I've never even heard of this.
It's true. Absolutely true.
Yeah.
The helpers.
Yeah, no, I believe that is the case.
Yeah. And that's just as needed as anything that might cure
It's not. That's pleasure.
Yeah, exactly.
So what
it
are you
is.
saying? Because you can't
It's not as
walk
needed.
or move, that you can't love someone and want to share that love?
I'm just saying it's not a priority.
Yeah.
Well, no, but they're going to live. They're healthy apart from their disability. I've met someone. They want to consummate this love, and someone helps them out and goes, well, that's part of my job.
No, it's not part of the job.
Well, it is part of this job because that's their job.
I've never heard anyone say, I've had a right day today.
Why?
I've been playing with Arthur's tackle all day.
They don't play with Arthur's tackle. They pop Arthur's tackle in Hilda's vagina.
I don't think they do.
They do.
How can they enjoy that?
Yeah.
I mean,
They're not
maybe
doing it to enjoy it.
once, and they'd go, that didn't work, did it? I didn't enjoy that, Hilda.
No.
How can they enjoy it with a nurse stood there?
They
having
don't.
to do that?
No, they help her in. She helps Arthur in, or he,
Right.
with male nurse, pops Arthur in. Goes,
Yeah.
okay, Arthur. I'll see you in a few minutes. Right, goes outside.
Few
What's
minutes.
the point, though, in that?
Why?
Because it's all about the mood and everything. He's just stuck onto a like a stag beetle. clinging
Yeah,
onto a
yeah.
myth. There's no enjoyment in that.
It takes it out of it a bit when you're like, you wanted to just get onto it, and then you have to call someone. Yeah.
I'm
No,
just
he
saying-
knows it. I think it's a lovely act, and someone's willing to. Wouldn't you help someone
Definitely not.
No. What?
Definitely
So
not.
no. Look, says a guy goes, oh, this is my wife. We're both say, well, I can't. Can you just pop me in, Carl? You're the only, you're the only person around.
No, I don't think it's important.
But there are
enough.
people.
What do you mean you don't think it's important enough?
I'd be happy to go round, put the washing on for them, make the bed. Do you want a cup of tea? Yeah, I'd love one. There you go. Oh, just before you go, forget it. If they asked me to do that, I would. And I don't think it happens because people don't have for a job. You never hear about it on Comic Relief when they're raising money. They don't go, thanks to Midland Bank for this £100. That's going to go towards Arthur getting his end away.
That's
No.
ridiculous. So you would
True.
rather them not have the pleasure of each other than just help them in.
No, because they'd work out some way that they could do something for each other. I wanted to play the guitar. My fingers aren't long enough. I've knocked it on the head. It's the same thing. If you can't do it, don't do it.
So are you telling me, right? Okay. Supposing there's a little fella who's got no arms, no legs, right?
Right?
Little Bob. Okay. There he is. All right, Carl. Right? He's got a friend, another little fella with no arms and no legs. All right, Carl. Right? They love each other. Two little fellas, two little dwarves with no arms and no legs. Okay? Lovely little fellas. They get married. Okay? Yeah, Carl, you can't put my penis up my boyfriend's bottom, can you?
No, I can't. No.
Why not?
No, do you need anything else doing?
No, I'm fine. Yeah,
No, it's weird how you can manage everything else.
Well, no.
I'm here to help you. Everything else seems to be sorted.
Well, I'm just.
True. How did the fire get on?
No, I'm not doing that. It's not good for you. If you've lost your arms and legs, you'll be losing that soon if you carry on sticking it up there.
What an ending, guys. What a fucking ending. Oh my god. What an episode, guys. That was such a good ending. He's like, well, how's everything else happened? It pans around. Champagne's been poured. Fire's been lit. And then you'll lose that too if you get... Oh, guys, what should we take from this episode? What should we take? That's it, Carl saying people should be getting ill because it does provide them more immunity in the future. To some extent that is true, but on the other extent this medicine does help people live longer. And sadly the big drug companies make billions of pounds off this. If everyone just started letting stuff happen to them, people would get better. They'd go out of business. So sadly, it's in the way of the world to not let that happen. Look, the machine Carl's talking about, I do get what he means. You know, when you go into a hospital when you've got something wrong, like I had this pain in my leg, right? And I didn't know what it was. I could only describe it as like an ache, but I didn't know what it was, an ache, and she just gave me some painkillers. Maybe if she knew what the exact problem was, like the doctor could say, don't do this, don't do this. I do think Carl's machine is an alright idea. And then Carl just going on about a problem solved is a problem caused. Not too sure about that. And yeah, the ending. Guys, again, another phenomenal episode. I just can't wait. I just can't wait for the next one. But yeah, guys, thanks very much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys